Now, if you notice, I'm doing my best not to take much time between this section and the last section, which is hissing. Why? Because there's a few things that's going on that need to happen that you need to be aware of. When you finish the windmill, you will be a wee bit disoriented, kind of floating, almost like you could sometimes even almost faint. Take a nice deep breath. Now you have to remember, mind over the matter. You have to use your mind to keep yourself standing erect. You have to keep yourself, through your mind, continuing to sing. You have to keep yourself, if there's a rock in the choir, or if you've got a dance step that you've got to do, to put your mind right on that step so you can continue to do it. While your hissing is the same as singing or singing a note. Your hiss comes along like this. Remember at the front end, I told you that you need to breathe in through your mouth, past your teeth, to make a sound so you could hear what you have coming back in or coming in, so that you know what you have to work with to do what you want to do and put it back out on pitch. This is a pitch exercise, something to keep you on key, not flat up underneath the tone or note, not sharp over the top of that note, but on, right on it, on the note. Intonation is what it's called. If you break the word down, in tune, nation. In tuned, together, all together. That's you, the guitars, the pianos, all the other things that you're blending with. All the things that you're blending with. However, remember at this time you're a little bit disoriented because you've been breathing hard and your body is saying, all right, sit down before we fall down. But fortunately, if you're on top of your game, you won't fall. When you reach that point after those, whether you start with 5 or 10, 15, or 20 to each side, take your cleansing breath. Once you take that cleansing breath, you breathe in like you learned from the very beginning, where you pop right here and fill it all up, and then expand your lungs afterwards, and you go into a hiss. Let me explain this hiss. Some people will breathe in and they'll start doing this. How much you bet they ain't gonna last but about 15 seconds? Maybe, if not that, maybe 5. Mind over the matter. Control the hiss, because that hiss is the same thing as you singing a long tone note. You don't want to go too hard. You don't want to go too soft. You want to give me a nice, easy hiss so it sounds like a note. You continue that until you can't. I hope you heard that. But if you didn't, maybe I'll step a little closer. Let me try to step a little closer. Right? Listen closely. Not a strong hiss. Not a real easy hiss. But an even hiss like you're singing a note. To be controlled at that sound. Keep it at that sound. That makes you think, and that makes you use your mechanics to hold it in place. Now, the funny thing about this exercise is that the exercise is not the beginning. It's what happens at the end. You keep that hiss steady like that, and after a while it's going to start to sound like this. However, I want you to remember, it's mind over the matter. You can make it go longer. How? Pressing on your diaphragm, bending at the waist, and controlling the air as it comes out. If you do not remember these principles I'm teaching you at a point present, you will always have a short hiss, which will do you no good. The idea is longevity. How long can you hold a note without having to do another one? And can you keep it pristine clear all the way through? Don't be disillusioned. At the back end of the exercise, nobody keeps it straight. The idea is that you keep trying. The more you try, the longer each time you'll be able to do it. Like so. Right at that point, it's going to start to break up on you. You'll be wanting to stop, and your brain is going off on you. Say, man, breathe. Breathe. Come on now. Breathe. If you don't breathe, we're going to die. While that's all going on in your head, you keep it straight and keep holding that hiss. Keep it until you can't. You want to start? And the average student usually makes it about 10 seconds the first time they try. So don't be discouraged. However, it gets better. 10, 15, 20, 30. The object is to hit 1 minute and a half. Now I said, that's impossible. No, it's not. I've had some choir members that were on water polo teams. They sit at the bottom of the pool and hiss for 5 minutes before they came back up. So don't give me no excuses, and there aren't any excuses to be made. If you want to prosper, if you want to get better, make yourself do it. And you'll be okay. I really do believe so. If you're not, call me. If you're having problems, call me. If you ran into a snag and you didn't exactly understand what I said, call me. The whole idea is for you to get better. Do me a favor. I have a website on YouTube. Please go there and subscribe. Go in and look and listen to the different styles. Most of them gospel. Actually, there are about 100 different countries around the world, thank God. But there are other things, everything from Bach to rock, and trust me, I mean exactly what I'm saying. Go there and take a listen. You are not limited at all. You don't have to be stuck in a one groove thing. Allow yourself to be expanded and used. I really hope and pray that you caught a hold of something that will help you prosper, something that will make you better. And if you don't, call me and I'll just, well, maybe I'll bite myself or something. It's all good. But I don't expect any of that to happen, because what I've taught the choirs in the hundreds and in the thousands, to people one-on-one like I'm doing with you now. It works. Don't believe it? Go to my YouTube site and test it. I love you. I love God. And I want you to do the best you can do. One thing I liked, I forgot to tell you what the number was. It's 707. And for some of us, 1707 386 2133. My name is Jonathan Pryor, and this has been Vocalist. One step at a time. God love you, and I do too. Peace.